Okay, today the goal is very clear. We're going to draw some artistic buildings since we have been inspired by the internet. And since so many people are posting, clearly it cannot be that difficult. Okay. But first, a few things we'll need, a few requirements. Things like the paper. So starting off with a few sheets of paper and a pen. What I was putting down did not turn out to be as artistic as I wanted it to be. Something felt off, but I couldn't put my finger on it. So I decided to put these in front of each other side by side to scrutinize them properly. Clearly, there's a problem. Let us try to solve this by doing some research. Okay. So, what I gathered by going through an ancient book of old, I found out we have to go through the fundamentals of art. Within these fundamentals, what we have to start with was shape. And shape consisted of three things. These three things being circle, triangle, a square, triangle. Put these together, and that's how the Holy Trinity came about. Okay, so with that divine knowledge from the research we have gotten, we are going to use the square. First, we'll start with the square and study it and get that divine knowledge into our drawings. So, without wasting time, let us start. Since we have decided to start from the very beginning, before we think about the square, we have to learn how to draw the line, which is actually very simple. Start by marking 2 points. Place your pen at the starting point while looking at the end point. Then, without moving your eyes from the end point, while leaving your pen on the starting point, draw the line and connect the 2 points. Okay. Continue this process for a while, fill up a few pages, keep trying to draw the lines longer and longer until you get very comfortable with the whole process. From here, you should be comfortable, so eliminate the whole marking of points first and just sketch out the line. Then repeat the same process as before until you're steady. Although this seems very easy, try to concentrate as much as possible and draw the lines as straight as you can. Okay. Congratulations to me, especially for learning how to draw the line. Okay. So let's use these skills to create the square. When it comes to drawing the square, the main thing to note is that the lines opposite each other should be exactly parallel. And when joining the lines, ensure to completely close each gap. These may seem to be very obvious concepts, but it's very interesting how often we forget these, especially when we're drawing more complicated squares and the cube. Obviously, these rules can and will be broken, more so when we start dealing with things like perspective, but that's for another time. For now, draw as many squares following this. Try drawing them from multiple angles and different sizes as well. Okay. Here we're using the square to draw the different planes of the cube. The dotted lines indicate the planes that we cannot see. To make this easier, have an actual box at hand as your reference. And like everything we've been doing, draw as much as you can until you get comfortable. Okay. Another thing that can help with visualization is shading the planes that represent the interior of the cube. Okay. The skills are clear. Up next is creating the art piece. So if we go to the next section, it is art piece creating die. And just like that, we are in the drawing den. To put it simply, the drawing den is a den for drawing. So without wasting time, let us draw. Now, we can't immediately go to the final piece without knowing what to draw. Okay. However, we are beginners, so we start by sketching out designs that are not so complicated and drawing them from a head-on view in the most 2D possible way. Do not forget to use references. It could be images, videos, 3D models, anything that will help you come up with a simple design of sorts. We then draw the same design from different angles. This will help us get a good understanding of how our drawing will look like from different perspectives. As such, we can concentrate on more important things such as story when drafting the final piece, since we've already figured out how and what to draw. Feel free not to forget to use the reference box for the different angles. So we now have a good idea of what we are going to draw, or what we intend to draw. So let's switch to creating the final piece, okay? Okay. Good. Very lovely. Our hard work has clearly paid off. Next time we shall continue with the circle and triangle. But for today, let us sign off with the silent saluting okay.